Alright guys, welcome back to the program. So this is an update. If you're from the Caribbean and you're flying on any of these airlines, Caribbean Airlines, which is the 737 Boeing, the MAX, American Airlines, same MAX, and of course United Airlines, and there are different airlines that apply the route to the Caribbean that operate the Boeing 737 MAX. There is a warning. The feds have issued a warning. So I'm just advising you out there, if this is your plane of choice, your airline of choice, know that you are warned. I think JetBlue uses the Airbus, so I prefer to deal with it. I think Boeing has been having some serious issues lately with their aircraft. So if you're from the Caribbean, take note of what I'm about to tell you. Alright, so let's get into this right now. So the feds have issued urgent warning over the risk of Boeing 737 MAX engines. You don't want to be involved with any aircraft that have this issue. Air India flight was a Boeing 737. They've been having a lot of problems. They've been having a lot of issues. Some were taken off the market, then they were given back rights to go back on the market, but they do have a lot of problems. So let me get into the story right here. It says federal regulators have issued a rare urgent warning over the risk of Boeing 737 MAX engines malfunctioning and letting smoke into an airplane cabin or cockpit. So what they're saying is that it's an urgent warning over the risk of the Boeing 737 MAX engines, that they are malfunctioning and they are letting in smoke into the airplane cabin or cockpit. So the cabin where you are, the cockpit where the pilot is. This is a problem right away. Damage to the engine's oil system can cause smoke from hot oil to enter the airplane ventilation system, fill the cabin or cockpit, presenting an extreme danger of incapacitating the pilots, the National Transportation Safety Board wrote in a release on Wednesday gone. Now I'm saying to you that all these airlines that fly the Caribbean route, including Caribbean Airlines, they have the MAX, the Boeing 737 MAX. Alright? American Airlines is a favorite in the Caribbean. They fly that, and that's what they use for all of their routes basically. United Airlines the same. Like I said, JetBlue uses the Airbus. So you want to think again, Boeing has been facing a lot of problems, right? So the recommendations were inspired by two incidents on Southwest Airlines when CFM International LEAP 1B engines malfunctioned after bird strikes and poured smoke into the cabins. In December 2023, a Boeing 737 filled with acrid white smoke shortly after takeoff from New Orleans. It was so thick that the captain struggled to see the instrument panel in the cockpit, the NTSB said. See what could have happened there, right? Alright. Both flights required emergency landings and there were no injuries, the agency said. Right? The NTSB has also expressed concern that flight crews are unaware of the potential smoke hazard and won't know how to take action. Is that a problem? You're on an aircraft, the cabin is suddenly filled with smoke because of some problem with the engine, and they're saying that the flight crews are unaware of the potential smoke hazard and won't know how to take action. So you know what that happens, right? The agency said it had urged the FAA to require operators like Boeing to alert crews of the smoke risk. Maybe nobody don't know up to now. Boeing has already revised its flight manuals for pilot, detailing what steps to take to prevent smoke from entering the cockpit or cabin, the NTSB said. But this is an urgent warning for all those airlines that are using the Boeing 737 MAX. One of the things I never liked Boeing really, I always loved the European made aircrafts. I think they are better fitted. I don't know, they take their time and they build these aircraft, and I prefer to have them to deal with. I really, the Americans have never impressed me much with the building of the aircraft. And so when I used to fly a lot, I don't know that much these days, but it was always the Airbus though. I would go to Barbados and make sure catch the Airbus. American Airlines, they do fly a lot into the Caribbean with those Boeing 737 MAX, and also United Airlines among them. So just take one